A sneaky footstep on the field slapped a coach with a $100,000 fine, and a simple $1 bill changed this referee's mind. These are the juiciest cheating scandals that the NFL has ever seen. First up is Lawrence Taylor, who took cheating to a whole new level. He once confessed that he used to hire escorts on the eve of games, not for his own amusement, but to tire out opposing running backs. But that's not the only thing he used to do. He had a tradition of smoking an ounce of funny leaves daily, even during games. While his teammates were pondering defensive strategies, he was planning his post-game fix.
Right, I'd go through an ounce a day. There were times I'd be standing in the huddle, and instead of thinking what defense we were playing, I'd be thinking about smoking crack after the game.
Well, you gotta understand though, it didn't affect my play.
And when it came to beating those pesky drug tests, he even borrowed urine from his teammates. He was also famous for spending a whopping $1,000 a day on pleasure workers and entertaining as many as 6 ladies in a single day. And over here, most of us are struggling for 30 seconds. One day, he even showed up to practice in handcuffs because a pleasure worker lost her keys the night before. You can decide if this is cheating or not, but we can all agree that cheating on other teams' players is common. But cheating on your mum's best friend? Geez, Zach Wilson definitely took cheating to a whole new level. It all started when Zach's ex-girlfriend, Abigail, started dating Commanders wide receiver Dax Milne. Although Dax was Zach's roommate, this didn't seem to bother anyone. That was until Guile was labeled a homie hopper for dating her ex's buddy. This didn't sit well with Guile, and she exposed Zach for being involved with his mum's best friend. I guess he just couldn't resist his homie's mum, just like Tom Brady couldn't resist doing this. During the 2015 playoffs, the New England Patriots faced off against the Indianapolis Colts. Patriots were dominating 45-7 when referees sensed something was off about the balls. Halftime rolled around and officials discovered that 11 out of the 12 Patriots balls were underinflated. But it turned out that this wasn't just a slip-up. It was a full-blown strategy. Accusations quickly landed on Tom Brady, suggesting he had the balls deliberately deflated for an advantage because it was a drizzly day and a slightly deflated ball can be easier to grip, throw, and catch in such conditions. Brady, with his reputation on the line, tried to clear the air.
No explanation for it. I don't know what happened between the time that I touched it and, really till Monday morning, I have no idea what happened with the balls.
The NFL was having none of it. They slapped him with a 4-game suspension. And on top of that, the Patriots slapped him with a $1 million fine. They will definitely be checking twice how inflated their balls are before a game starts from now on. But while some players directly defy the game's integrity, others make us question if anything we see on the field is genuine. Back in 2016, during a high-stakes game, something odd caught the eye of Sunday Night Football cameras. Giants head coach Ben McAdoo was seen sneakily using a walkie-talkie on the sidelines. It turns out the Giants had a communication breakdown with their star quarterback, Eli Manning.
The equipment manager went to the backup helmet, tried to get that working, realized that the only way they could communicate with Eli was with that walkie-talkie.
With only seconds left on the play clock, they resorted to desperate measures. An equipment manager hurriedly handed McAdoo a walkie-talkie to bridge the gap, but the NFL rules clearly state the teams must cut off communication with their quarterback once there are just 15 seconds left on the play clock. McAdoo got caught red-handed and he was fined $50,000, while the Giants got hit with an additional $150,000 penalty and had their 4th-round draft pick moved to the end of the line. Now, that's what we call a costly communication error. Yeah, not all cheats involve sophisticated technology or rule bending. Sometimes it's as simple as a dollar bill and a cheeky grin. Chad Ochocinco decided to add a quirky twist during a crucial division matchup against the Baltimore Ravens. After a spectacular catch down the sideline, the Ravens head coach challenged the play, but instead of a serious response, Chad strolled over to the referee with a dollar bill in hand. Yeah, a dollar bill, right there on the field. We can all agree he was probably just trying to inject some humor and not actually trying to sway the referee's opinion, but the NFL didn't see it that way for sure. They swiftly delivered a $20,000 fine, and his head coach Marvin Lewis turned on him in the media, saying, "You don't mess with the integrity of the game. It's not a matter for jokes." Above all, we've never seen a quicker conversion of $1 into $20,000 before that. Speaking of unexpected moments on the field, it's not always the players who are the culprits, but the very people meant to enforce enforce the rules. Back in 2016, in a game against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, a Cowboys wide receiver got incredibly unlucky. In a play that could have been a touchdown, a corner ref took the game a little too seriously. As the wide receiver made for the middle of the end zone, a ref took off his hat and threw it directly to where the receiver's foot landed.
Watch the official throw his hat on the right side of your screen. He throws his hat right in the path of Ogletree, who steps on it.
What's not as accurate as referee Ron Torbert's judgment and penalty calls? In the opening play of the third quarter, T. Higgins of the Cincinnati Bengals made a jaw-dropping 75-yard touchdown catch. But here's the twist. He grabbed Jalen Ramsey's face mask and twisted his head before making the catch. A clear foul, but there was no call. Referee Ron Torbert stepped in after the play and asked about the no call. He said his crew didn't see any pass interference because it was a contested catch. Moreover, they missed a face mask foul, stating that there wasn't enough of a grab and twist for a penalty. However, replays clearly showed Higgins turning Ramsey's head, affecting his ability to defend the play. Was this a case of cheating? Maybe not, but calls that bad should definitely be against the rules. And if you think that's the only face mask drama in the league, you're wrong. The Seahawks were knocking on the Lions' door, just 1 yard away from glory. Russell Wilson throws a beauty, and Richardson pulls off one of the best catches ever seen. But wait, it seems like he's got a pretty good grip on line safety Tavon Wilson's face mask, a move that usually gets flagged. The refs do throw a flag, but not for the face mask. They call pass interference on Tavon Wilson when he was doing the same thing to Richardson. So Richardson's incredible catch stands, but it's hard to ignore that sneaky face mask grab. Even commentators say it's clearly a foul on Richardson's end.
There's the foul, no question about it. And then the catch, one hand.
Let's say the referees did make an honest mistake here, but what happens when a judge makes an intentional misjudgment? I'm talking about a video from the New York Jets versus Green Bay Packers game that spread across the internet like wildfire. In this clip, Jets running back Breece Hall gets pushed out of bounds, but then receives an unexpected hit while clearly out of bounds. Now, any sensible referee would reach for the trusty yellow flag, right? Well, this ref did just that, but then things took an unexpected twist. He was all ready to make a call for a late hit, but suddenly it's as if in a huddle with another referee, the flag never takes flight. No penalty? The internet went wild with reactions, from sheer disbelief to wild theories about referees moonlighting as gamblers. Even the coaches standing at the sideline can't resist the allure of making their mark in unexpected ways. Pittsburgh Steelers coach Mike Tomlin did something that seemed more fitting for the playground than an NFL game. With just over 6 minutes left in the third quarter, Baltimore Ravens receiver Jacoby Jones was returning a kickoff and had a clear path to the end zone. But out of the blue, Tomlin stepped onto the field with his back turned to the play. Tomlin's actions were almost comical, as if he thought he could hide in plain sight. Nevertheless, he ended up in Jones's way, forcing him to change direction. While the referees could have awarded a touchdown, they went a step further and slapped Tomlin with a $100,000 fine for unsportsmanlike conduct. Yet even when decisions don't go viral, they can still make or break a game, especially when the stakes are high and every inch counts. The New York Giants were in the spotlight, and not in a good way. It all went down when number 97 was flagged for being offside during a crucial moment. Washington was about to make a field goal attempt, and the penalty gave them another shot at it. But here's the kicker. When we slow things down a little bit and take a closer look, it becomes crystal clear that 97 was no cheat. You see, he only crossed the line after the ball had already been snapped. He might have twitched a bit, but he never went into offside territory. The replay doesn't lie. The ball was in motion before he made his move across the line. So what's the deal? Well, it's plain and simple. The Giants got cheated out of a rightful victory, and that's a bitter pill to swallow in the NFL. But an even more bitter pill to swallow are these moments the NFL wants you to absolutely forget.